Hello, boxing world, and welcome to another edition of Fantasy Bout Hour, the channel dedicated to bringing you fantasy matchups on a regular basis. If there's a particular matchup that you want me to cover, please leave it in the comments section, and I promise to honor your request. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification. The fight that I'll be bringing to you in this video comes by way of request, and this is coming from a sporting view. I thank you for your request, and I thank you for participating in the channel. The fight that they mentioned is a great one. This is not the easiest one to analyze, but I give it my best shot. And this is Marvelous Marvin Hagler versus Sugar Ray Robinson. Both of these fighters were explosive. Both of these fighters had great resumes, and both of these fighters fought in great eras. What I liked about Sugar Ray Robinson is that he had hand speed combined with power. Very explosive fighter. His most notable fights were against Jake LaMotta. He looked great in those fights. Win, lose, or draw, he looked great in those fights. And that when he threw those punches, when he unleashed those flurries, he met business. The same thing could be said about Marvelous Marvin Hagler. He had a great resume. He fought everyone in the Fabulous Four, everyone from Sugar Ray Leonard to Thomas Hearns and Roberto Duran. Both of these guys had great careers, great resumes. Both guys are explosive, but most likely this fight would take place at middleweight, which favors Marvelous Marvin Hagler. It's often said that Sugar Ray Robinson's best years and best performances were at welterweight. With this fight likely taking place at middleweight, I'd have to give the edge to Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Like I said, both fighters were explosive. Both fighters had mean intentions on their punches, and not only does Marvelous Marvin Hagler has the size advantage, but he also has the advantage fighting from a southpaw stance. I know he was great at switch hitting. I wouldn't recommend that he would switch hit against Sugar Ray Robinson. And of course, he was always better when he fought out of the southpaw stance. I see this fight going the distance, especially if they're fighting in a 12-round context. But I would just have to give the slight edge to Marvelous Marvin Hagler. But I tell you this, win, lose, or draw, this is an excellent fight. Once again, I picked Marvelous Marvin Hagler by unanimous decision. Let me know what you think, and I will see you on the next video.